Let's bring in the Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing, who joins us now. Do you ever own a classic car, like an old car?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Like what?
I still own it. I still have a '62 Thunderbird.
Nice. Now,
and it's a beautiful car, white with red interior. You and I should go cruising one day in it. But you have to come down to Miami to do it, though.
Convertible?
Convertible.
Now, what made you get that car?
You know what? I saw it and I fell in love with it. Just the style, and it's just a beautiful car.
What'd you drive in high school?
High school, I drove my size 16s. I walked to school every day, and I used to get so ticked off when because of course in Boston it gets so cold. Coming from Jamaica, where it's 80 degrees year round, and I moved to Boston where it's cold as heck in the wintertime. I'm walking to school, and people would drive past and beep the horn. I used to get so mad. If you're not going to give me a ride, don't beep.
Smallest car you ever owned?
What was that one?
Smallest car you ever owned?
The smallest car I ever owned was I owned a M3.
A BMW
it's a
M3?
BMW.
Yeah.
Convertible BMW. I went to Orlando to play my last year playing, and I got off the plane one night coming from the road somewhere, and I was like, oh my goodness, the weather is just gorgeous. I don't know why I didn't just started playing here. This is where I should have started my career. And I went and bought myself a convertible. That was the only one that I could fit in comfortably in. Was the M3. I had it for the longest. I finally sold it about a couple of years ago.
But if the roof is up, can you fit in it?
Yes, I fit in it. I wouldn't have bought it if I couldn't fit.
Well, I didn't know if you just bought it because it was a convertible and you love the car, but you don't just have to have the top down.
No, I fit both ways. I enjoy it. I had a lot of fun in that car.
He's Patrick Ewing, the Hall of Famer, joining us on the show. The official title for Patrick, the Charlotte Hornets associate head coach. What exactly does that mean?
I'm the associate head coach. That means I'm the next man in line. If Coach Clifford, which he suffered a heart attack this year, and I had to take over. I'm the next man up.
What is your coaching record?
I lost the only game I officially coached. Unfortunately, it was against the New York Knicks, and unfortunately, I lost.
No.
I know you was rooting for me though, Dan.
Yes, absolutely. But I don't know how do you feel about these guys? Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson. No coaching experience, but stepping into head coaching jobs.
Well, you know what? First of all, Mark I played with, I knew that's what he wanted to do from day one, and I'm happy for them. Former players doing good. Life after basketball. Jason Kidd had a great run this year. Mark Jackson did an outstanding job out there in Golden State. I still can't believe that they fired him. And Steve Kerr, he was a GM, and now he threw his hat in. He's a coach. It's all about having the opportunity. They had people who believed in them and gave them the opportunity to succeed or to fail, and they've done an outstanding job at it.
But it's just so is there a bias against tall coaches?
I think so.
Why?
I think so. For whatever reason, when people think of point guards, they think they're the leader of the team, they're the floor general, but the center is also a floor general too. We're just the floor general on the defensive end of the court. We are the ones back in the back, calling out plays, blocking shots, calling out the pick and roll coverages and all that stuff. And they just think as the point guards are being more of a thinking position.
Did you expect to have Phil Jackson reach out to you about the Knicks job?
Well, you know what? Who knows what's going to happen? That Phil wants somebody there who he has more of a relationship with, and as as a man, you can understand that. Most of the time, you get the jobs that you get is a lot of the times because of the relationships that you have with that person, the trust and the belief that you have in that person, and I mean, that's what he's looking for.
But is that why you got the position with Charlotte, because your relationship with Michael Jordan?
Well, I have a very good relationship with Steve Clifford, who is the head coach here. He and I started out working in Houston together. We worked together in Orlando together. And when he came here, he brought me along. Not only the relationship that I have with him, but he's seen me grow from my second. I started in Houston. That was my second coaching job under Jeff Van Gundy, and he and I worked together there. So we developed a trust. We developed a belief when we think a lot alike. And also, Michael, this organization has been very good to me. Not only Michael, but also, Rod Higgins and the rest of the folks in management here.
What do you think Jordan is thinking when he hears people trying to compare LeBron James to him?
Well, you got to ask him that question. I mean, LeBron is a great player, but they're two different animals. Michael is an assassin, more of an offensive weapon, but who could, who also, made great passes. People was talking about one of the games I was watching when LeBron made the right play to kick the ball out to Bosh, who missed the three, and they were like, if that was Michael, he would have taken the shot. But Michael would have been, he would have made the right play. I remember us playing them in the playoffs one year, and he baited me. He knew what I was going to do. Once he got the ball out, I thought he was going to shoot it. He went up like he was going to shoot, and he passed the ball to Bill Winnington for a dunk, cutting to the basket. I mean, he's just a great player. They're both great players. They're two different type of players. But it's my belief that Michael Jordan is the greatest player in my era.
Okay, but if you're going to start a team with anybody, who are you starting with?
I'm going to start with me.
I'm starting. Okay. Let's say I take you out of the equation. Who are you starting your team?
I would start with him, Michael. I would start with Michael. Like I said, he's the greatest player in my era. I mean, I've played against him enough and been beaten enough by him. And I've played with him enough to see all the things that he's capable of. Magic, Bird. I'd put LeBron in there.
Top five?
Say that again?
Top five?
Is LeBron in my top five?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great player. You have to give him a lot of credit. He's from the first time he came into the league to now, he's definitely worked. You can tell that he's worked on his game. All the shortcomings that he had early in his career, he's able to overcome it, and he's done an outstanding job.
Do you think the Spurs are boring on purpose?
Boring? How can you call winning boring? They've done an outstanding job. Pop, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, all those guys, they've done an outstanding job.
Patrick, why don't people appreciate the Spurs?
Well, that's you guys, the media.
No, I love the Spurs.
Media. Well, you're in the minority. I have to say, everybody wants to see the dunks, the flash, but they don't want to see the cuts, the passes, all the things that San Antonio does are great at. They all want to see LeBron, coming down and stealing the ball, dunking on somebody.
Well,
or
here's the
Dwayne
difference,
Wade doing
though.
the same thing.
See, I like Villanova the way they played, and other people like Georgetown the way they played.
Please don't bring that up. I'm gonna have to take a flight down there to Connecticut to go be knocking on your door. Come on, don't bring up Villanova.
By the way,
that one still stuck to my craw.
Okay, so does Jordan give you grief? He's so tough sometimes. When he's around Barkley, he gives him grief all the time.
That's just his personality. He gives everybody grief. That's one of the things he does. Is he always talks about that you've never beaten him. how then he talks about he stepped away from the game for a couple of years to give you an opportunity to win. you know how he is. You've been around
I
him
know
enough to know how he just sticks it in.
Man, because and then once he starts, he has that look in his eyes, and then he is going to he's relentless at giving.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. It's a long night.
No, you want to get in a fetal position. I felt bad for Barkley, and I don't feel bad for Barkley very often, but this time I did because Jordan is just staring at him saying, basically, you suck. You never beat me.
Yeah, well, that's how it is. You win some, you lose some. He's a great player. He's a great player. Unfortunately, he can back it up.
Yeah, but did you ever want to hurt him?
No, I mean, not hurt him. Just, make sure when he comes to the hole, he feels you a little bit.
But not like the bad boys, hurt him.
No. They really wanted to hurt him.
I know.
We just wanted to make sure, he knows when he comes in there that, come on. All that's the trash talk and all that stuff, we're not going to stand up for it.
By the way, you know how many three-pointers you had in your career?
I'm going to say about 5.
No, you had 19.
What?
You had 19 three-pointers.
I've made 19.
Yeah.
Well, I did play a lot of years, so.
Okay, now, I don't know if this is going to hurt your feelings, though. Alonzo Mourning had more threes than you made.
Well, Alonzo thought he was a three-point shooter. That's the only reason.
David Robinson has more three-pointers made than you.
Well, they're better players than me, I guess.
Hakeem Olajuwon more threes.
See, I knew where my bread was buttered. When I was in college, Coach Thompson used to curse me out for trying to take long shots. That's why when I got to the Knicks, everybody was shocked. They were like, "Oh my goodness, you can shoot!"
I know. And then you became, as far as 18 feet out, I mean, you're automatic. And I remember people saying, "Who knew?" They just thought you were a defensive-minded guy. Hey, good luck with the next job, if there is one, to be an official head coach. Always great to talk to you.
Oh, Dan, thank you for having me on. And, one day I'm going to just pop up at that
I'm ready for you.
Knock on that door. I know I was supposed to come last summer, but just got busy.
Patrick, I am not afraid of you.
I'm waiting for you. I'm going to take you out on that court, too.
All right. Good to talk to you.
All right, Dan. Have a good one.
All right, Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing, Hornets associate head coach.